It's testimony time.
2022, I would say that was one of the worst, most pivotal, most necessary years of my life. I had to heal. I had to revisit past trauma. I had to forgive when I didn't want to forgive, but I wanted to get those burdens off of me. I didn't want to live with that. I didn't want to be bitter, ashamed about anything that went on in my past. I would definitely say, 2022 was a very, very difficult year for me, but it was necessary to become the person that I wanted to become in my future. It was necessary for me to heal, to unlock my future self. If you're looking to become an entrepreneur, if you're looking to grow, you're going to have to heal. Healing, it may sound, like it's not really a big deal or anything, but healing unlocks a certain level of tenacity and ambition and creativity in you because you're not bogged down with those old past emotions and bitterness. Our brains can become so clouded with things from the past that we can't even look towards our future, and we can't take in the wisdom and guidance that the Lord is trying to give us, to unlock our future selves or give us creative ideas to create that wealth and create, a better life for ourselves. So healing is necessary to get to the next level. If you can overcome healing, no matter how brutal your past was, then you can overcome anything. Because I've had to deal with stuff that happened when I was 5 or 6 years old. And I'm now 33. And I can say that I don't carry that hurt and pain anymore. Being molested at a young age, this created, that perverted spirit came on me early. Whereas I was introduced to sex at a young age. So the older I got, the more curious I became. Whereas I found my value in men and, looking to them for love and, this and that. I wanted to hear that I was pretty. I wanted to hear this. I love that attention that I was getting. That created a very promiscuous spirit. I dealt with sexual immorality. I dealt with sexual perversion. I also dealt with a spirit spouse, and I didn't know that I had a spirit spouse till probably this last year. I've been delivered from that. It creates a lot of issues that people don't want to talk about. Start dealing with a spirit spouse. Believe it or not, it can open up the door for gluttony, overeating. The Lord delivered me from PCOS. PCOS, if you Google it, hormones and everything is like overreactive or overproducing estrogen, which causes like irregular periods and so on and so forth. Your thyroid and everything is off whack. So it causes you to gain more weight, lose weight, just everything is off whack. It causes you to overgrow hair. Dealt with that for the longest time. My weight was up and down. Being a woman, I never really experienced like normal cycles and this and that. And as I began to do more research, I found out that when you have a spirit spouse, that's the reason why, you tend to develop all of these different hormone issues, reproductive issues, and so on and so forth. The Lord delivered me from that probably the last year or so. And when you're dealing with a spirit spouse and literally come into agreement with a spirit spouse, it's almost like you have like an invisible husband or wife. And this person can like be in a relationship with you. They can have sex with you without your knowledge. I realized that I had a spirit spouse probably the last year or so, and I had a dream that I was actually having a sexual encounter with a female, but I'm laying in my bed asleep. But it's like I can feel certain things, and I'm just telling you guys so that you guys are aware that if you're dealing with this, that's what it is, it's a spirit spouse. So I did have to pray. I had to, go through deliverance and so on and so forth, fast and all of that. But I am now delivered from that spirit spouse, and I had no idea I had it until this last year. It's like once you're starting to overcome and break free from certain things, it's like these spirits really want to hold on and clink on to you, like, oh, you think we finna break up? Oh no, the Lord can't have you. You gotta stay with us. You on the cool side. So I had to be delivered from that. And I said all that to say this. That's why it's very important for you to heal and go through deliverance. And you have to break free from these spirits. I know sex is being pushed in the media so much nowadays, but that's not God's will for your life. When I tell you that spirit can destroy you, it's so many opportunities I missed out on because I was running after men, or I'm looking for that love and affection, and I'm battling, daddy issues and this and that. My dad really wasn't around. My daddy was abusive towards my mom, my family, me. He sexually abused me when I was little. So it's just a lot, so I'm just running, looking for that validation or whatever. And that spirit can destroy you. Those spirits can destroy you. There was a time where I wouldn't even be able to go to sleep without masturbating or watching porn. That's how bad that thing had a hold on me, like for real. So that's why I want to speak to, people that are my age, older people, young people. These spirits are out here to destroy you. People are purposely sent into your life to destroy you. Exes, you can have sex with the wrong person and become, you come into agreement with the wrong spirits. And that's why I push for celibacy, abstinence. It's so important to do things God's way, because if you don't, then you expose yourself to another territory on one of the things that you don't want. And it's so hard to become free from any sexual spirits. I'll tell you that. It's really gonna be a process for you to break free from those spirits. Not saying it can't be done. It can be done because I've been delivered. But once you come into agreement with those spirits, it opens the door for other spirits. Spirits are connected for a reason. So it's like you open up the door for one thing, but 12 other things comes with it. And do things God's way, and you won't have to go the hard route. And if you're like me, if you've stumbled down the wrong path or whatever, it's not too late to turn around and get yourself together. That's the Lord knows that He knows our path. He knows that we're gonna go one way, and He wants us to go the other way, but He'll turn us back around so we'll go the right way. He's a just God, and He's very kind and patient with us, because I know I ran from my calling for so long. And it's like people used to tell me all the time, oh my God, you so patient, and you're so wise, and I feel like I've known you forever. You're so easy to talk to. Knowing that my calling was actually coaching and consulting other people on their businesses and different ideas that they had, and coaching, becoming a life coach or a business coach. I tapped into my purpose, and it's amazing that just me using my voice and talking to people and telling my story and helping other people along their journey, it feels like second nature to me. But it's like I wanted to go a different route. I had to go the hard route. I had to create, businesses that, really didn't align with what God saw for me. Or I wanted to do this because I saw this other person doing it, not knowing that that was a path that the Lord had for them, but the Lord had a different path for me. Go through that process, let those emotions out, cry, get angry, throw stuff, do whatever you need to do, so that you can get those emotions out. For so long, I had ran from going through the healing process and, dealing with those emotions. I had worked so hard. I used to work jobs. I used to stay there all day, all night, working hard, get my money and this and that, trying to stay busy, so I wouldn't have to feel certain things, or I wouldn't have to deal with certain things. I used to drink, smoke on occasion, so I wouldn't have to, finally deal with those emotions and, have to sit down and be like, okay, look, this happened to you. You need to deal with this. I tried to distract myself with people, places, and things until one day I was forced to sit down after losing my job, and the Lord was like, look, we're gonna have to go through this healing process if you want to get to the next level. And it's like, okay, I was like, dang, okay, here we go. And everything hit me like a ton of bricks. They call it a delayed reaction. something that could have happened 15 years ago, but it's like it doesn't catch up with you till, once you finally do go through that healing process. And that's exactly what happened to me. I found myself crying all day, all night. I was mad, I was sad, but something that happened 20 years ago, it's kind of like, what you upset now for? Either way, you got to deal with them. You got to heal, you got to deal with them. You got to set yourself free, because I was in bondage for so long, and the Lord doesn't want that for you. He wants us to all have a sound mind. He wants us to experience joy and peace. Allow the Lord to give you that grace, and allow him to heal your heart, heal your mind, so that you can get to the next level, because you can't carry all of that to your next journey. It's like having a backpack and you got 20 bricks in it. If you walking around with all that on your back, you're not going to get far, because you're going to be so broke down in pain. But if you lighten your load, as they say, and take some of those bricks out of your backpack, you'll be able to get to your journey much faster, if that makes sense. But I will say that I have overcome from all of those issues. I had to go through deliverance. I have been overcome from sexual immorality, or overcame sexual immorality, sexual perversion. I no longer really deal with PCOS. When I tell you I'm feeling better, my skin is looking better, hair, it's just like everything. I can just honestly feel like God is shining his light, his glory is upon my life. So I know that he's going to use me as a testimony to other people. I'm losing weight. And it's the crazy part. I have struggled with losing weight for so many years, until I literally had to partner with God. That's why I say allow the Lord to be in all of your plans, because I had struggled with losing weight for so long. I did different diets and tried this pills and apple cider vinegar and weight loss pills and rapping and the gym and this and that. I have lost the most weight in this season, now that I have partnered with him for everything. And he knows the desires of our heart. When I see my body and everything is coming together, I got a butt now. What's up? For the longest time, I prayed. I was like, Lord, I want a big butt and this and that. That's why I'm saying the Lord is, allow him to be in your plans, because he knows the desires of your heart. And I have lost the most weight, and I really haven't had to do anything. I fast and I pray now. But the Lord he has refreshed me. He has renewed my mind, my soul, my body. I'm happy, I'm at peace, I'm stress-free, I'm anxiety-free. Anxiety ran deep in my family because of our past turmoil we went through with my father. The spirit was on our bloodline for so long. But I've been delivered from all that stuff, and I feel better than ever. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I know I'm well on my way. Allow the Lord to be in your plans as far as everything. If you're an entrepreneur, allow him to give you ideas, different streams of income, how to get there, how to get started, who to talk to, how to go about it, how in different ways you need to educate yourself on certain things. Allow him to give you certain resources. Allow the Lord in all of your plans, especially being an entrepreneur. And that is my message all the time, especially if you're an entrepreneur, because he can think of ways and different problems that are here in the earth that you would have never even thought about with your own carnal mind. So he gave me business ideas, and I never would even, if I would have sat down and read 1,000 books, I would have never stumbled upon the ideas and the wisdom he has given me as to how I can impact the earth and help a certain demographic of people. I cannot stress that enough. Allow the Lord in your plans. Allow him to give you that wisdom, that clarity. Allow him to take you through that journey. Renew your mind and your heart and this and that, because he only wants what's best for us.